As I was going through some of the early quotes from my early bike rides 5 years ago, and I started with the very, very first quote, which was, "No matter how dark the present appears, I choose to live for the promise of the future." That was the quote that came from my very first bike ride, the very first of 100 Pedals bike rides 5 years ago. When I reflect back on that quote, I can remember exactly why I wrote that down and how I came home with that on the bike ride is that I just was so puzzled by the contrast in our lives between where my son was and where I was. For him, all he could see was darkness and hopelessness. And for me, I saw darkness and hopelessness, and I could feel this sense of just nothing working out, nothing going anywhere. And I just said to myself, that's not how I'm going to live my life. And so I chose to get on the bike to change my life, to find where that would take me. I had no idea where I would end up. I had no idea where I was going, but I knew I needed to do something to change my life, and that was the promise of the future. I was in pursuit of the promise of the future. Well, I took that quote and I said, let's study the Word and see where that quote is for you in the Bible. And the one that I landed on was, Jesus said, "I have come to the world as a light, so that no one who believes in me shall stay in darkness." And that's it. There are days where it's dark and I'm sad and I'm frustrated and I'm hurt and I'm confused. I'm disappointed with things that are going on in my son's life. But I can move towards Jesus. I can embrace the promises that he has made to me, and I can find love in him. And I move from the darkness into the light. And that's what this is really all about, is that my bike ride is my meditational time. It's my quiet time. It's my time for me for introspection and to have a conversation, or to at least embrace Jesus in my life and to do the things that I need to do. And in my darkness, I find my light.